Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Timmy. If it's your first time coming across my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. You are very much appreciated. In today's tutorial, we're going to be making this beautiful BUBU dress. If this seems like something you're interested in, do not forget to watch to the end of the video. And also, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get started. For today's tutorial, we're going to start with the back pattern. I folded my fabric into two and I ruled out a straight line which is going to stand as my shoulder point. From this shoulder point, I'm going to go ahead and mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then I'm going to mark how long I want my sleeve to be from the shoulder measurement that I marked. I'll then go ahead and rule out a straight line. After ruling out my straight line, I'm going to go back to the folded edge. From this folded edge, I'm going to take out my neck width and my neck depth. My neck width is 2.5 and then my neck depth is going to be 1.5. To form my neck, I'm going to use my curved ruler to join the points. From where my shoulder stops, I'm going to mark 1 inch down to stand as my shoulder slope, and then I'm going to go ahead and mark a straight line to join it to the neck. From the 1 inch that I took, I'm going to go down by how wide I want my sleeve opening to be. I want it to be 13 inches. The 13 inches is also the bust line, so I'm going to go ahead and mark 13 inches all around. I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to connect the points. From the center of my fold, I'm going to go in by my bust measurement divided by 4. And then I'm going to add an extra 5 inches. To join my sleeve, I'm going to mark a straight line from the shoulder slope down to the 13 inches. Then on the 13 inches mark, I went ahead to add an extra 1 inch. I'll then rule a straight line, and then when I get to the points that I marked, I'll curve it in to form my underarm. The measurement that I have on my bust, I'm going to take the same measurement all the way down. And I'll go ahead to connect it with a straight ruler. After connecting with a straight ruler, I'll go back to the top and then I'll just use my chalk to curve in the armhole. I'll go ahead and cut out my piece. So this is all that we need for the back. I went ahead to add half an inch to the shoulder to join it. For the front piece, I folded my fabric into 2, and from the folded edge, I'm going to mark a 2-inch line all around. From this 2-inch, I'm going to bring my back piece and I'm going to pin it down from the 2-inch that I marked. I'll then go ahead to trace out what I have from the back and cut it out. To get the neckline for the front, I'm going to go ahead and trace out the same neck width from the back to the front. And for the neck depth, I'm going to go in by 3.5 from the folded edge. I'll use my curved ruler to form my neckline. I'll then use my scissor to cut it out. I'll now separate my front piece from the back piece. For the opening that we have in front, I'm going to go down by 4 inches. After marking this point, I'm going to use my scissor to slant it all the way down. But before then, I'm going to measure where I want my slits to start from. From the shoulder line, I'm going to go down by 38 inches. That is where I want my slits to start from. So after marking this point, I'm going to be stitching from the 4 inch that I took down to the 38 inch. This was it after I finished stitching. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and use my iron to press it all the way down. For the straps that I'll be using for the waist snatching, I went ahead to cut out 5 inch and I made sure it was very long. I also went ahead to cut out a scarf and I'm just going to fold it in by half an inch and stitch it all around. This is the front piece after pressing. To stick down the 2 inches that we opened up, I'm going to use my hemming gum to secure it all the way down. I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the other side, and I'll take it to my ironing board and press it. This is how it looks after securing it with the hemming gum. After flipping it over to the right side, this is how the slit looks, and this is how the neckline looks. For the neckline, I'll be using the bias to close it up. I'm going to use my pin to secure it down. I'll do the same to the other side. I'll also bring in my back piece, and I'm also going to use my bias to pipe it down. This is after I stitched in the bias. I'll flip my fabric over to the wrong side. From this wrong side, from my shoulder point, I'm going to mark my waist point. After getting the waist point, I'm going to go ahead and rule out a straight line. After getting my straight point, I'm going to go ahead and mark in my waist measurement. My waist measurement divided by 4, I'll mark half of the waist measurement on both sides. I'll mark 11.5 inch on the right and I'll mark 11.5 inch on the left. I'll then go ahead and bring in my straps and I'll pin them down. After pinning in both straps, I'll go ahead and stitch them by half an inch, and this is what it's meant to look like when you tie it. I'll take it to my machine and stitch it down. To finish up the dress, I'm going to go ahead and stitch my shoulder line by half an inch. For the sleeve, I'm going to fold it in and stitch by half an inch. I'll stitch from my underarm all the way to the hem, and when I get to the hem, I'm going to fold it in and finish it up. So that's all for today's tutorial. I hope today's tutorial was helpful. If so, do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.